Hey friends, I hope the morning's treating you well. I'm just south of Waco at a graveyard right along Interstate 35. We're paying our respects to the great Billy Joe Shaver. This is his final resting place. This is the first time I've ever been to his grave, and it's beautiful to get to be here on a beautiful evening. It says Billy Joe Shaver, beloved brother, husband, father, uncle, and friend, country songwriting icon, singer, and actor. And it's just a lovely place for a stone. Right next to him, his wife Brenda is buried, who passed away in 1999. And then right next to her is the great guitar player Eddie Shaver, who passed away just about 6 months. This had to have been a terrible period for Billy Joe, losing his wife and his son. And but anybody who ever saw or heard Eddie Shaver play guitar or got to see Shaver live knows what a force of nature Eddie Shaver was on a guitar. Loud and enthusiastic and bold, and just not a lot of people like that. Just a great guitar player. I seem to remember stories about when Eddie passed away. Was it on New Year's Eve? Remember hearing a story about how Willie Nelson heard about it, and he called Billy Joe and said, I got a gig tonight and you need to come with me and be there with me. And Willie really wanted his friend to not be alone in that moment. So he kept Billy Joe close to him. And I've heard folks who were close to Billy Joe and Willie talk about how Willie would tell them, if Billy Joe needs anything, you contact me and let me know. And he wanted to be there for him. And they loved Billy Joe. But I saw him probably 12 times live, maybe a little less, maybe a little bit more. It's always beautiful. It's always, there's not a lot of people who are sort of fans of Billy Joe. Either you love it or you aren't into it. So the people at the shows were just really, really all in and enthusiastic, and it seemed kind of like a religious experience for a lot of people. And Billy Joe would say, "God loves you when you dance," and the people would start dancing. And it's a beautiful thing, man. And I got to open for him 3, 4, or 5 times over the years. That was always wonderful. And I was supposed to interview him once, and his publicist is a friend of mine, and we set it up. And he'd been on the road for quite a while and was, wasn't feeling real great, I'm sure. And I showed up at a neutral location where it was supposed to happen. And when I got there, he's like, "So you're supposed to interview me, huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's being a little surly. And he says, "Well, that ain't gonna happen." And he turned around and he left. And I wasn't mad. It was kind of neat to have a genuine and honest interaction with Billy Joe Shaver. So I kind of laughed about it with friends afterwards. But it's beautiful to be here. If you're a band traveling, which there has to be hundreds of bands a week going from Dallas to Austin and back along I-35 here in the background, find out where this is and let's start honking as we go by, and maybe we'll start a thing saying hi to Billy Joe Shaver. And I don't know, I appreciate you guys putting up with me. Todd and I should say I don't have coffee this morning. I have this terrible Red Bull. These things taste horrible. I can't believe that this is the flavor they chose to make these things, but it does wake me up. And in emergency situations, I go ahead and drink one of these. I always say that I call it licking the dog's ass. I've never licked a dog's ass, but I think if I did, it would probably taste like Red Bull, and it would probably wake me up. And I've been on the road for quite a while. I did a thing over in Europe, a whole bunch of sellout shows, and I came home for about a day and a half, and then me and my best buddy Todd Fox, who's behind the camera, we got in the car and we drove to Texas, played a couple shows at Seaboys, really big crowds, enthusiastic crowds. It was wonderful. really good time. And then we drove to Galveston the next day, and I played to a full house there at the Old Quarter, the legendary Old Quarter. Great venue, wonderful listening room. Had a blast. We came back and we interviewed a few people. We had visited some friends in Austin, and then we thought, man, we got to go pay our respects to Billy Joe Shaver. So we came out here, and it's the sun's going down on a Thursday night, and that's the only time we could record this because tomorrow I have to interview 2 more people, and then we're going to start driving, and we'll be in the car for the next 2 days, and there wouldn't be a chance to go ahead and film this. So I wanted to get this out there for you guys. Todd and I saw a bunch of grackles at the truck stop just south of here, and we've been feeding grackles, and kind of love grackles, and they look pretty hungry, so we have a bag of cat food, and we're going to go back and feed them once you guys come along with us. Much love to you. Hey friends, we're at a truck stop somewhere south of Waco, and we've been feeding grackles. I carry some cat food wherever I go, and we'll see cats at, like a stray cat somewhere or something, and feed it whatever I can. But like birds, chickens, and grackles actually love this. So whenever we come around, me and Todd been feeding these. Come on, guys. Oh yeah. Come on, guys. Aw. Every time I throw it, they get scared. Here comes a truck. Come on, guys, get some. Get yourself some. So the people in Austin aren't real fond of grackles, but we are. I think they're really, really freaking cool. They're kind of aggressive. If we lived in Austin, Todd and I have been talking about, we think within a week we could have them eating out of our hands. And I'm being completely serious. I think they would land on my arm and eat out of my hands. They're so, aggressive. They're just, look how close they're getting right now. But everybody likes an easy meal. Oh, come on, guys. And the black ones, I love the long tail feathers. They're, I don't know, I think it's cool. The black ones, I believe, are the males. And then the brownish ones are females, except for, I believe, some of the adolescent males might have the brownish colors also. And let's get down a little bit and see if we're a lower thing, they might not be as afraid of us. Here you go, guys. I swear, ever since that scene from Jurassic Park where they're talking about dinosaurs becoming birds, birds like grackles just really stand out to me like that. They're very smart, though. They're very cool. Eat up, fellas. They look like little dinosaurs running around. So if you wonder what's Otis doing, he's on the road. There's my buddy Todd Fox behind the camera. He's been an enormous help and a wonderful road companion. But if you're wondering what do those guys do when they're traveling, you're looking at it. This is it right here. Come on, fellas. I don't want to scare anybody. I think it's mating season too, or there's a whole lot of, when they stick their heads up in the air, there's a lot of dancing and silly dominance crap going on. It's a, oh, that's all right. Come on, fellers. There's a whole bunch of them over there. Tell you what, I'm gonna walk around and throw it out in a bigger pattern so they don't have to fight over it. And if you put it all in one spot, then only a few of them will eat. So we'll walk around and do that. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. And I will. I'm gonna be home in a couple days, and I'm looking forward to it. Well, I'll see you guys soon. Take care of each other. Been posting lots of good stuff in the Patreon area. You might want to go check that out. YouTube members or whatever. And I'll see you guys somewhere down the road. Much love to you.